to the Newdayze channel, where every day is new, down to every hour, every minute, and every second. New things are coming to you because the universe is always working out for you and never against you. Hello, world. First of all, I am Raquel, and today I want to talk to you about anxiety. Yesterday, I talked about pain and how to deal with pain naturally and you control it, eliminate it, reduce it, get rid of it. And you can see that in my last video on 3 tips for eliminating chronic pain. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. But today, I just want to talk about anxiety, and then later on, I'm going to do a tapping video. Um, Anxiety is when you have like these racing thoughts. They're just coming, they're all at once, and you really don't know what how to put them in order, like how to get rid of them. And it can be one thought, it can just keep attacking you all at once. It could be you know, overthinking your situation, or it all just comes to you at once, or it just doesn't feel like you're anxious about anything in particular. It just feels like your mind is under attack. It could be from something traumatic that you experienced as a child or something from a long time ago. But I know this feeling. I know this feeling all too well. And I remember having anxiety so bad that I thought it would never end. Like I really would be sitting there with my husband, and I would be like, I just want to crawl out of my skin. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, it felt like I just needed to get out of there. Like it brings about a flight or fight response. And you don't even know why. It's just like you're not comfortable in your skin and what's happening to you at that current moment. And the thing is that, you know, I may sound like a broken record. If you listen to my video on tips for eliminating pain, the first thing I say was meditation, because it saved my life. Meditation truly saved my life from anxiety, from that wanting to escape. Like you hear people say, oh, I just want to run away or just leave this place and nobody knows and I never come back, or I just take a break. Anxiety makes you feel like you want to just kind of like go unconscious or like die for a minute, but you're not really dead, and then you come back when it's all over, like when that feeling's gone, because it literally feels that bad. And medications, they just numb your senses. It just numbs what you're feeling, and it's still there, lingering in the back of your mind, but it kind of makes you zombie-ish, if I could say that. You know, I've taken medication for anxiety because dealing with having lupus disease and kidney disease, with both of them at once, it brings like a enormous fear that like what's gonna happen to me, like what's gonna be my fate, what's gonna happen, like am I gonna live, am I gonna get sicker? And when you have a thought of getting sicker, it leads to another thought and another thought, and these possibilities, and they're endless, they're infinite. And then you just get sicker and sicker and sicker. Like everything you create inside your mind, you know, in your spirit, you feel it in spirit first, and then it comes out of spirit. And so when you have these anxious moments, it could be one thought, it could be something that's fearful, that's not even true. Like fear is like Sadi Guru, if you ever listen to him, he says that fear is 100% imagination. It is. It's 100% imagination. It's always about something that has not happened, that might happen, but 9 times out of 10, it never happens. But I truly have been a witness and been a person who has created terrible, traumatic, unpleasant situations out of just being fearful about them. And like now the bugs are talking to us. I love nature. I love nature. Like nature, speaking of nature, and I think the bug like triggered a memory for me to remember to tell you guys this. Nature itself brings calmness. Like the vibrational frequency of nature is higher. It's one of the highest vibrations. You can't find a binaural beat tone or any tone that can equate to the sounds of nature, because that's where we came from. You know, we came from our ancestors. They lived in a natural, more of a natural world and a natural state of being, and they use natural things, you know. Even the ground and grounding, walking barefooted helps with anxiety. If you have a place to ground, if you don't, they have grounding materials that you can order online that can actually help you with anxiety, reducing it and calming it. But there's something about the sound of nature, going outside to recharge. You know how you've heard the phrase, I have to step outside to get some fresh air. Well, that's what you would have to do. Like if I'm feeling a certain way, if I step outside and I get some fresh air, I feel better. It's something about when you just take a drive or something, you feel better. It's just getting outside. It's changing the scene. It's looking at the trees and looking at the grass and hearing the birds chirping, the wind blow and whistle through the trees. I mean, all of that brings a sense of calmness to the spirit. So that's one way, sure way, far away to help with anxiety. And that's aside from meditation. But being in nature, grounding, walking barefooted on the ground, because of the ground's surface. If you live near sand, water from the beach, that really brings a calmness to you. When you hear the waves, the cycle of the waves, that brings a calmness. That's why some people sleep with the sounds of maybe of a beach or a wave that roll. Why do you think people want to escape and go on vacation? The first place they want to go is to the beach. They want to go somewhere in nature because that's where we go back to recharge. That's where we go back to get relaxation from. The ground has negative ions in it that when we put our feet on the ground, the positive charge from our feet reaches the negative ions and it balances it. It balances the blood pressure, it thins the blood. That's why if you take any kind of blood thinners, they it is advised that you don't walk barefooted, like grounding on the ground, because it thins the blood out. There's countless studies on it. There's so much, it's a wealth of information on the internet about grounding, but that's one particular thing that I use in general for dealing with anxiety. But I wanted to tell you this, since I started meditating, anxiety used to be a huge problem for me. I could not deal with what was going on in my mind. Like, I couldn't escape the thoughts. It was like, I can't stop thinking these thoughts. I used to believe that I didn't have any control over it until I started the meditations. And if you stick with me on this channel, I'm going to be doing some guided meditations with you, like some of the first ones that I ever learned that really helped me. Chanting also helped me, because when you chant, you take over your mind with that one chant. I chant a few phrases, they're Hindu chants that I've been chanting for years. I haven't stopped chanting the same chant that I've been chanting for years, but you have to find one that feels right for you, that suits you, or you get a guru to assign you or give you a chant. But I've been chanting the same thing, and you keep your chant to yourself. Like, that's your private word that you chant. You don't really share that with anybody else. That's you. That's something sacred for you, and you keep chanting. And when that thought is attacking me, I chant and I chant. And then you don't have to chant out loud. You can chant to yourself. I keep chanting and keep chanting and keep chanting. It's just a prayer over and over. You could be calling God's name if you believe in God, over and over and over again, and you just say it over and over until you saturate your mind and your whole being, your spirit, with that chant. And I guarantee you it will override the anxiety. It will completely override. Another thing that helps out with anxiety is exercise, working out. Believe it or not, you take a walk, you clear your head. You walk with a partner, you guys talk, you have great conversation, you clear, you air it out, you clear your mind. And walking is a very big stress reliever, and it's underestimated. But even working out, getting the sweat in, I don't know if you go to the gym, yoga, it's just like meditation. Because if your mind slips out of what you're doing in that present moment, you will lose that pose. You will guarantee lose that pose. But I love yoga, because it's just like meditation to me. And Tai Chi, it's just like meditation to me. And Qigong, there's so many different exercises that helps with anxiety. And EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique tapping. And I do tapping videos on this channel because emotional freedom technique has been so instrumental in my life, because my whole journey is centered around healing. I feel like we all are healing from our childhoods and the traumas that we've been through. And if they're not addressed, they come out in other ways. They come out in ways that we just unhealthy ways sometimes. And anxiety is an unhealthy way that traumas come out. There's a source to everything. Anxiety just doesn't come just because. There's a source to your anxiety. If you have anxiety about anything, something, there's a source to it. You know, maybe you didn't feel like you would be where you are at this moment in time in your life. Maybe you can't accept it. It's hard to accept. Maybe someone left. Maybe someone passed away. You know, there's tons of reasons. Maybe you don't like where you are. There's tons of reasons, you know, that anxiety can be triggered. It can be triggered through, you know, just being, having to deal with a chronic illness and chronic pain. You know, like, when is it going to end? But like I said, I'm doing an EFT tapping video next, and we're going to tap out the anxiety. We're going to get rid of it, and we're going to poof, be gone. So don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Share this video with your friends. I'm just starting out here. I'm really relatively new to YouTube, and I have a lot to say, and I have a lot to share because I've been through a lot of things, and I can tell you how it feels to be in really dark places and to crawl out of those places to the light, and how it's work every day. So thank you for tuning into my channel. I'm Raquel with Newdayze. Thank you.